All right, so it's been a while since I went pro.
I just got a touch on that last play. Macklin Robinson, what a save.
For this young YouTuber, ZTH, who I've seen around.
If I hit this top right, no look, you have to watch till the end.
He signed his first professional contract and just dropped a video on how he went pro and how he would do it again. Wanted to give my take as someone who's been through the process 10 years ago.
What if I had to go back to high school and try to sign for a professional academy again? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact journey you must take to sign for a professional academy. Because after signing for a pro academy at 18, I realized why 90% of players never get to this level. So today, I'm taking it back to where it all began, at my high school, where I'm breaking down the entire process to the 5 steps I take to sign for a professional academy all over again. And no, you don't need any expensive training equipment, and you don't even need to be good at football to do this.
You kind of need to be a little bit good.
To play professional football, we need to play competitive football from the very bottom and slowly climb the ranks. And through our performances, we're going to get an opportunity with the professional academy, professional club. None of this trade today actually matters if I'm not on a team where I'm playing to improve my performance. Let's change, and I have to go quickly find a team.
All right, so he's absolutely right. You need to get on the best team that you can possibly get on, at least someone that is in a reputable league. Now, I'm noticing that he actually grew up in Canada, and that's how he's going to break it down. A little bit different here in America, and that's where I can add my 2 cents.
So I have to go find a team. Let's go. So right now I'm in a city called Burnaby. I'm just assumed that I live there, and I'm gonna look for youth clubs for the under 16 age group because I'm 15 right now, and I'm just gonna try and find local clubs that I can just play for, right? So what I'm gonna search up is soccer clubs in Burnaby, South Burnaby Metro Club, and Burnaby Football Club, which they have a player evaluation request. So we're gonna fill this up. Want to play competitive soccer for under 16s.
Right, so absolutely, and this has been a big change since when I was a young player. I had to do all this through email or with a phone call. I'd have to call up a coach and say, hey, I'm this, that, and the other. Here's my resume. Can I come for a tryout? It's a lot easier nowadays because of the internet. So all you really need to do is a quick Google search. Most clubs will have some kind of a contact request page like this where you can get in touch, schedule a tryout, or at least get in contact with the club's director or one of their coaches. So this is absolutely correct. Absolutely, this is the route to go.
Do the same thing for South Burnaby Metro Club. Just something formal, just keep it super short. After messaging those 2 clubs, one more thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the recreation center and speak to the front desk and see if they can help us. Urgency is key, so we wanna get on a team right away. I had a quick question. So I have a 15-year-old brother who wants to play soccer competitively. There's 2 clubs I saw online, Burnaby FC and SBMC. Do you guys have any contact with them?
This is our recreation programmer. If anyone would, she would have sort of the master.
Call her and then she would
just ask her some more information.
And this is actually cool that he's showing, because a lot of times you're not someone that's well known in the soccer world. You don't have the connections already. You may go ahead and reach out to one of these clubs and you either won't get the response that you want or you won't hear back at all. And this is a great example of going above and beyond to show your desire to get better and to play at the highest level. Sometimes this is what you need to do. You need to go to the actual facilities for the clubs where they will have coaches, administrators that can get you the answers that you need. And I'll tell you that in today's society, when a lot of people aren't even willing to go up and have a conversation with somebody, if you repeatedly show up over and over again, that's going to make an impression on somebody. They're going to help you out and at least get you to the spot where you need to be.
Thank you.
Hello, you've reached Lorena Silva, Program Coordinator at Bonter.
Hey Lauren, hope you're having a great day. My name is Harris. He wants to join a competitive soccer team, so they told me to call and ask you had the direct contact because they didn't. If you do, please give me a call back, and I'm hoping to hear back from you. Thank you, Lauren. Hope you're having a great day. Didn't answer, but hopefully she gives us a call back. Let's assume I got a trial and made the team. Now that I just joined Burnaby FC, before they change it.
I'm assuming what he's going to do now is talk about how to progress and get better. However, he didn't talk about what you need to do to actually make it onto the team in the first place. And the 2 biggest things I would say is 1, you need to work on that technical aspect. And then 2, you need to work on the physicality aspect, because physicality has become, I would say, probably the most important aspect of soccer, at least as far as the systems go now. You have to be some kind of an athlete. You have to be quick. You have to be strong. You have to be agile. So to give yourself the best chance to actually make the best team in your area, you've got to do a lot of training and work athletically beforehand. Just work on the basics.
I need to move up the ranks to get to the professional academy level. I need to become the best player in my team and in my league to get the jump up. This is where I'm gonna start individually training outside my team training in games. We're gonna be following a process called progressive overload through difficulty, which is basics mastery through the right technique. Having the right technique in every aspect is gonna make the game a lot easier. And right now, we're in Division 1, which is 2 levels below ECNL, which is BCSPL, where I'm from, which is the level we wanna get to before we reach out to professional.
So yep, two things on this. One, the training, absolutely, he even covered it. The basics are by far the most important thing that you as a young player need to practice. Simple touches, opening up your body, making passes. It used to be a lot more obvious back in the day that the pros were the pros because they could do the basic stuff, 100% guarantee that they could pull it off every single time. And so that's the idea, right? Is can you get so good with the basics that it's essentially second nature? And the best way to do that is what he mentioned, dynamic overload, where you can almost do this stuff in your sleep because you've done it so many times. Commonly and eloquently put by Bruce Lee, I fear not the man that has practiced 10,000 different kicks. I fear the man that has practiced one kick 10,000 times. So second bit here is that he touched on it. ECNL, that's kind of the highest level that you can get to. That's the same case for Canada as well as America. For the youth level, before you start actually being a part of MLS Academy systems.
Professional academy. We're gonna be doing this for every single aspect of the game. Dribbling, shooting, passing, receiving, and ball mastery. The right technique for dribbling is laces moving in a forward direction. I would do the same thing going back with the opposite foot. These very basic drills would be day one, just getting the right technique down whilst in motion. I'd be doing the same thing for other aspects of the game. We're gonna be consistently making the drills harder so the right technique becomes muscle memory. Right here, changes the direction whilst reinforcing the right technique. Then I'm gonna speed it up, the better I get. Yeah. Drills like this will be the next progression up, which is tighter and more changes in direction. Incorporating both feet. The idea here is that you're progressively making the drills harder to challenge that technique so it becomes a part of your play style.
But notice he's not doing a bunch of fancy rollovers. He's literally just dribbling between cones, but he's making it harder, faster. Like, can he still keep that good technique even though he's progressively making it more difficult? Now, I'm a professional goalkeeper. Same idea applies, right? Whether you're a striker, midfielder, center back, defender, everybody has those basic drills that you need for each position. So you just get really good at those basics. You are in the driver's seat, man.
Get into situations in the game where I'm changing direction in very tight angles, I'm still reinforcing the right technique, which is gonna help a lot, especially standing out at this level. This will be the next progression up, which is even tighter and requires way more skill. The better I get, the faster I'm gonna get at it. Which again, the more you challenge yourself and the more you do it, the more natural you're gonna be with the right technique. I've been doing the same thing for ball mastery, starting off with the very basics, making it harder and harder and harder and even harder. The more touches we get with more complicated patterns, the more comfortable we get on the ball. You'd apply the same principle to passing and receiving and shooting. Funny enough, 4 years ago, I did the exact same drills right over there. So I'm gonna be training in accordance with my technical skill level, and this is the weekly schedule I'm gonna follow. This is gonna target every single aspect of the game throughout the week.
You don't even need that. Just every day, do something.
So you're gonna be training a lot to reinforce the right technique in your playstyle. Otherwise, doing this once or twice a week is not gonna be effective. But this is only one aspect of the two-part equation, which brings me to step 3. Now that I'm individual training and on a team, I'm still missing what could be the most important piece to my puzzle. So here's the second thing I need to be doing to become the best player on my team. You need to be playing pickup, which is putting your skills to test against real people, no restrictions, so that work transfers directly over to the real game.
Big time, absolutely. Playing pickup allows you to translate those skills that you've been working on and developing into the real game, because you can be one of the best players on the training pitch, but then when it comes to a real game, when there's all kinds of moving variables and different pieces, being able to put it together really shows what kind of a player you are.
Like this. You have to apply what you're learning in your individual training against real individuals. That way your training is actually transferring over to the real 11v11 game where we're prioritizing for performance. So right now I got my mate with me. So we're gonna be doing some 1v1 training to apply what I'm learning individually against a real defender. Obviously it's more ideal if you get more people, you actually do a real game, but just playing against others in general is so much more effective. Remember, pickup games, what the elites did to develop their own play style, get comfortable beating players, taking players on, playing under pressure, ultimately understanding the real game on a deeper level. And a couple professionals playing at the top leagues have admitted it. Just listen to this video of Xavi Simons.
If I'm honest, playing on the street, every day playing with my friends, and they're like watching clips on YouTube, Neymar skills, stuff like this, you know.
And Isaac.
I mean, me growing up, I was always playing small-sided games out on the streets.
Now that I'm the best player on my team after doing the trainings consistently, applying the team and pickup, I need to move up levels to get a professional academy opportunity. So I'm gonna be applying the Shine and Dash formula. Right now, I'm on Div 1, which is 2 levels below BCSPL, which is equivalent to ECNL National League for those of you who are in America. So I need to get to the BCSPL level to be taken seriously by professional academies. This is to show that I can compete at that level in order to get an opportunity. Or else playing at these lower levels will not amount to anything. And this is how I'm gonna do it. Let's go. My performances have been displaying that I'm the best player on my team. So now it's time for me to get an opportunity at the next level so I could climb the league ladder to where I need to be to get a professional academy opportunity. So first, I'm gonna go talk to my technical director and coach and see if they can get me an opportunity at the next level. We don't wanna be relying on them, so here's how I'm gonna do it manually. So we're gonna find every single team in the Metro Select League before we get up to BCSPL. So right now we're gonna search up every Metro Select team. So Richmond FC has one, Coquitlam Metro 4 has one, Langley United has one. Reach out to every single team. We're gonna go find their contact and then we're gonna go send them an email. So this is what we're gonna do for every single team. Just a very simple email, and then I'd go and actually send this email.
Just went back to the start where he's just reaching out via cold email, cold call essentially. If you have a highlight tape to attach, I guarantee you your chances are going to be a lot better because they're going to take at least 15, 20, 30 seconds to check out that clip. If they like what they see, you're going to be taken a lot more seriously.
Now I'm going to be applying every single step from step 1 to 4 until I get to the highest level below the professional academy, which is BCSPL. Now this is the fun part, and this is where step 5 comes in.
Your love has set my soul on fire, burning out of control. You taught me the ways of desire. Now it's taking its toll. You're the right kind of stranger to release my inner fantasy. The invincible winner, and you know that you are born to play. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker.
Now I'm playing the highest level below the professional academy. This is the most important step for me. If I get this wrong, I'm screwed. These are the 2 pillars I need to have before I sign to a professional academy. Let's go. Now we're gonna change our training model. Instead of emphasizing for technical basics mastery, we're gonna prioritize speed of play. We need to become instinct driven. There's a study that showed that instincts work faster, way faster than thinking state of mind, meaning it drastically improves speed of play.
Okay, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If what he's saying is true, that we want to get to a certain level of instinctual play, well, how do you do that? You make the basics instinctual. Just stand by what I said earlier. The better you get at those basics, the better off you're going to be.
Especially when we're on the field. This is the state that the elites operate off of. Just listen to Hazard and Mahrez saying it.
So what you're telling me is what you do most of the time is instinct.
Yeah, it's instinct. Yeah, no, me, I don't think too much.
Yeah, it's like instinct. I know how to control the ball since I'm young.
And that's why they say a lot of really, really high-level professional athletes, if they do any kind of an IQ test, they actually normally tend to have a fairly high IQ. It's not because they can solve a bunch of math problems really, really easily, but that ability to think on such a high level that essentially it's subconscious. That's what Hazard is talking about when he touches on instinct, right? Is he's done these basic moves over and over and over again to a point where he doesn't think about it. His brain just automatically recognizes certain cues, and then he just does the step over, does the quick cut.
The best touch in the world.
So I'm gonna be training unrestricted. I'm gonna learn to trust and rely on my natural instincts. Visualizing defenders coming at me, learning to let myself flow naturally without forcing or thinking anything. Putting the defender right here, I'm not gonna think, I'm just gonna let myself flow and just do what comes naturally. Like right here, not forcing anything, not thinking, just doing what my body naturally wants to do. During this training, I'm rewiring my thought process, so this is gonna take time to develop. This is also very game realistic. Pretend I'm a winger right now. How many visualizing defenders coming at me?
What he's actually doing is a visualization type technique in training where he's going without any kind of pressure, and then eventually he's going to build to pressure with no restrictions. So it's just, hey, you're in this environment. How do you move naturally? It's not a bad drill. It's just, you know, if you want to talk about instincts, I don't really see the connection there. It's all back to those basic training procedures, those basic training movements.
Game, that defender right here. Step over it, where are you going? Finish, 1v1, go. Boom. Since this type of training is psychologically draining, now that we're prioritizing a different state of mind rather than a football overload, we're going to be prioritizing quality over quantity. So this is what my training schedule is going to look like from now on. Now, whilst I'm unrestricted training, learning to improve my speed of play, and I'm playing at the highest level below the professional academy, I'm ready for the professional academy level, so we need to search for opportunities. I'm going to quickly go home and reach out to the professional academies. First, I'm going to be reaching out to every single professional coach in the MLS of every club that I want to join and go on trial with. I'm going to be doing it through a very specific process that I've discovered that works every single time in finding the right email contact. Then I'm going to be sending the email and hopefully getting the reply back. And after I send the email, it's just a waiting game. Alright guys, that was me on trial with the Whitecaps, and since I played so well, I signed. And that's my story from literally no team to sign for my local professional academy. This is the exact process I followed at 16 to sign for a professional academy in less than 2 years.
Okay, so he didn't really detail his like reaching out process, and I'll definitely touch on this because this was a huge part of recruiting and going to the pros when I was younger. You used to have entire classes and entire like businesses and schools where they would teach you how to reach out via email to coaches to get recruited for a scholarship or to go on and play pro. And that's where I can add some serious value here, is basically be as professional as possible, essentially send over your resume like you're doing some kind of a job interview, and you have to, you need a great highlight tape because these people do not know you for Adam, and unless you have a good resume online, they've talked to your coaches and you're a real standout, like this is not just going to happen. 9 times out of 10, you're just going to get a straight rejection letter unless you have a banger highlight tape. So if there's anything to learn from this, he's definitely touched on a lot of really, really good points. But right, that highlight tape is so big. If you can get any kind of a decent highlight reel that's going to capture some attention, that will serve you so well. So good video, definitely agree with a lot of it. And so ZTH here, good stuff, man. At least making it seem like the pathway is fairly straightforward. Definitely not easy, but also definitely not complex. Hopefully that was helpful, guys, and good luck to you in your own professional soccer or college journeys. I will see you later, guys. Thanks.